I've decided I don't really like the face cam. I don't even know why I started to put it in, but there we go. So today's video is I've used a peach and yellow in today's set. Now, I do not like peach at all generally. However, I really like this set, how they turn out. I like the colour combinations. I love the bubble roses. If you didn't see how I made, I'm going to call them flowers actually. If you didn't see how I made the bubble flowers, go and check out the video from a couple of days ago. I'll link it down below so you can find it. They're so much fun to make. They're a little bit time consuming. So if you make a few at a time, or make one every now and then, and just have like a little pot, like what you put crystals in, then you can keep them in there. And then if your clients ever want them, you can just pick out your pot and say, well, I've got these in these colours that I've made, and it's just something extra for, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so the link I'll leave down below. I really enjoyed this set of nails. It was really fun. I don't know what it is. Some nails I absolutely hate doing, and I just think, oh, I'm glad that they're finished, because Billy, so noisy. He sits at the window and barks at other dogs. Trouble is, we live near a park, so there's dogs going backwards and forwards all the time, and it's really annoying sometimes, and I think the neighbours must hate us. Anyway, yeah, the bubble roses. This set of nails was one of the sets of nails that I really enjoyed, so it was, yeah, it's like, yay. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now so you can watch it. Sorry about the whole face thing. Love you all, and I'll see you in a minute. Let's crack on. Everything here is what we're going to use today. So I've grabbed some crystals. These are from Crystal Parade. I'll tell you more about those later. I've got my bubble flowers or my bubble roses. I've got my decals, and I've got my Madam Glam gel polishes that I'm going to use. These are the Spring Gonk water decals from Nail Sugar. You can save 10% off these using my code NATMUG10. There is a lovely selection of decals on the website, so do go and have a look. They do make nail art very easy. These are my bubble roses. I actually made 5 of these yesterday to go on this set. I'd already done a white one. It took me about 2 hours to make 5. So it's an idea to make a few in your spare time and just put them in a little, like, I'm going to put these in a pot and keep them with my crystals, so that if I ever decide that I want to put them on now, then I know that I've got some there. Right, I decided to do 2 Gonk nails, so I'm going to take one of each colour. I'm going to take a peach one and a yellow one. Typically, I'm not a fan of peach or yellow. However, I'm loving peaches and yellows right now. Oh, I just putting the decal on just to see how much of the nail how much space on the nail it takes up, because we're going to put our gonks on a white background, but they're going to be in a border. So we're going to do like a kind of oval shape in the white. So this is what our decal is going to go on. And we're going to do the same. You want to make it roughly the same size on your second nail as well. I was just seeing how far, just making sure they were both in the same place. And then cure those in the lamp. And then the outside of the nail, we're going to do one in Bright Honey. And then the other nail is going to be Peach Pie, which is our other colour. And again, you make sure you don't have to be too neat where the colours meet, but just make sure that you're not, like, get them as neat as possible. But you can see how my bottom curve is not very curved. Yeah, and then this is the Peach Pie colour. So just do the same on this one, and then pop that in the lamp for a cure. And then you want to give them 2 coats. So go over the white again, and then go over the coloured bits again. On the 4th nail, I'm going to apply 2 coats of yellow. Madam Glam gel polishes need 30 seconds in an LED lamp. This nail, I'm just going to do 1 coat of white, because we're going to do a marble on this. And I've also had some people ask me what nail lamp I use. I'm actually using Madam Glam's Elio lamp at the moment. I'm going to use Neo Nails blooming gel, because I don't have any Madam Glam blooming gel. But Madam Glam do have a blooming gel. I must get some, but I'm just really poor at the moment, so I'm trying to be, I can't afford it at the minute, and I've already got some, so there's no point me getting any more if I've already got some, if you know what I mean. Right, so we've put our blooming gel on that white nail. Do not cure that yet. Onto my palette, I've put 2 lines of yellow, 2 lines of peach, and 1 line of white. I'm going to use the Madam Glam ombre brush. We're going to use this to scoop up our gel polish, and we're going to float it into our uncured blooming gel. You can kind of do this anywhere. I don't know why I kind of always seem to go, I kind of sort of zigzag across my nail. I'm going to have to try and do it different ways. We're going to try and, yeah, I'll try and get the marble going different ways because my marbles always seem to go the same way. But before I cure it, I'm just running through the uncured product. I'm running through this gel paint. I thought I'd try it this way. Normally I would have put some of the gel paint on the palette with the other colours, but I just wondered what it would turn out like if I'd done it this way. So I'm just kind of trying to follow the lines of the marble here. And then once I'm happy with that, I will take a wipe, and if you're using a glove, you can do it with your finger, but I'm not using gloves, so I'm just going to grab a lint-free wipe. And I don't think these are lint-free, but I'm just going to press it up against the edge of the nail, and I'm going to carefully pull off, because when you do this, you can end up with a lot of product on your nail, and if your light can't penetrate through all of the gel polish, then you'll end up with the top layer of gel being cured, and underneath will be uncured, and that's when it can wrinkle, and then if it wrinkles, it can end up peeling off, and you can have all sorts of issues. So yeah, I like to do this, and also it just helps that marble to stretch a bit more. You can also get 50% off Madam Glam until the end of March using code NatMug50. After March, it goes back down to NatMug30. I don't think the code is valid on like discounted items, though. A lot of people are saying it doesn't work. I had issues with that. I think if they have a sale on, I think their sale prices automatically go on at the checkout, and I don't think you can use discount codes, which I think is a little bit unfair, but there we go, it is what it is. I do need to message Madam Glam and just ask them about that, actually, because yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter, that's my problem, not yours. I've got Papaya Punch, I think this glitter was. It's absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me of fruit salad. But there was a glitter as well called fruit salad once upon a time. My decals I put upside down on a stamper, and then I just soak the back with a bit of water. The backing will peel off, and then you can stamp it onto your nail. It just makes it so much easier. And then I'm going to use some base coat on the nail, just a little bit on my brush there, and I've wiped it on the nail. And I'm going to put some, I'm coming off the screen a little bit almost, but I'm putting a little bit of this glitter. I was kind of it was almost like a fade coming away from the Gonk, but it wasn't really a fade, but like I've put some bigger bits next to the white bit, and then coming away from the white bit, I was going to put some slightly smaller bits just into that base coat. The base coat is not cured at the moment, and I do faff a lot here. I do like to faff. I don't mean to. I just want it to be, you know, when you want it to be just so. And that's what I was trying to do. But once I'm happy, I will pop that in the lamp. And then obviously that glitter is now cured into that base coat. I'm going to do the same on the other Gonk nail. And then I'm going to matte top coat these because it's my favourite. If you do not like matte top coat, you can use shiny. If you're going to use shiny, I would just go over the nails with the glitter on with a layer of base coat just to smooth it out a bit, and then your top coat. So now I'm going to take the gold gel paint. We're going to neaten up these borders with the gold gel paint. So can you see what I mean? The borders weren't very neat, but now we've put our gel paint on, it just tidies it all up. And I felt like the gold, I was like, shall I use gold or silver? And I was like, no, it's got to be gold. The gold I thought went really well with the yellow and peach. There we go. Yeah, because we would have had to have silver through the marble as well. And I just don't think it would have looked as good with silver. So the same thing on the yellow. Now the gel paints need 60 seconds in an LED lamp because they are more pigmented and thicker than the gel polishes. So they will need like a double cure from, you know, of what the gel polish is. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Right, so now we've got our bubble. Right, when I do my, I have done a video of how to make these. It was a couple of days ago. So if you want to know how to make these, just go back and check my video from a couple of days ago. I'll link it down below actually in the description box, but they'll end up with like little nipples on their bottoms and you just need to file them off. I'm going to use my e-file. You can use a hand file. You just kind of want to e-file them off and kind of flatten them slightly. Don't take loads of the ball away, the bubble rose away. You just want to slightly flatten it. And then I'm going to use my Rachel Wilder's Crystal Fix. This is from Crystal Parade. Well, I got mine from Crystal Parade. You can get them from Rachel Wilder's as well. But if you get them from Crystal Parade, you can save 10% using my code NATMUG10. It's got a precision tube on the end. So you can see I've just gone straight on with the Crystal Fix from the tube. And I'm going to pop my little bubble flowers on in a little cluster, like I would with the pointy backs, I guess. And then I'm going to pop those in the lamp before they separate. I want to make sure they stay together. I'm just going to give them half a cure. And then I've used these are some light peach crystals. These are from my Swarovski bumper mixes from Crystal Parade. I absolutely love their bumper mixes. You get a massive selection of pointy backs and flat backs and all sorts in there. They're so fun. I spent ages separating my bumper mixes out into pots so that the crystals of similar colour or size were together. Those were Swarovski citrine pointy backs, not citrine, sorry, jonquil. And then I've got some Preciosa jonquil round flat backs here. The other ones that I showed you were apricot Preciosa crystals. The apricot ones are really gorgeous. Look at that colour. Very nice, very peachy. I love it. Okay, so going straight in from the tube again, I'm going to pop some Crystal Fix in between two of the front roses or flowers, I don't know what I'm going to call them, and I'm going to put one of these square pointy backs. I don't often use square pointy backs because I feel like the round ones fit together more nicely, but that square one went really nicely in the middle of those flowers. I'm going to add some more Crystal Fix to the nail, or I think I might have already done it, to add that citrine in. I do go out of shot a lot and it's a bit blurry. I put another slightly smaller one on the opposite side, and then I'm going to add some more to these gaps here. I only had one in those though, because you're not, well, I was going to say you're not going to see those very well, but you will still see them. So and then I'm using the rose gold caviar beads for this. I probably should have used the gold ones, but the gold ones I think would have been too. I have got some antique gold, which are more of a they're less of a yellow gold. But anyway, all the gaps between the pointy backs and the roses I'm going to fill with some Crystal Fix, and then I'm going to put into that Crystal Fix some of these rose gold caviar beads just to fill in any gaps. And also, the more things you add to this cluster, the more likely it is to stay on the nail. It's going to keep it nice and fixed together. I said this before, but it's like if you have a group of 5 people, a group of 5 people is not as easy to knock over as one person on their own. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were to push them over, it's the same kind of principle here. Like the bigger the cluster, the more likely they are to stay on. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, look, that's them done. I love them so much. 60 seconds they need in the lamp, the Crystal Fix, but that's them finished. I hope you like them. If you did, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It's completely free. I'm going to leave the websites and the discount codes below for you, and the link to the bubble flower video tutorial as well. They're so much fun to make. But yeah, God bless, love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good weekend. Love you, bye.